Hi everyone, I'm Kennedy and welcome to Full Moon Yoga. June's full moon is known as the full strawberry moon because the strawberry season falls each year during the month of June. Other names for June's full moon are the rose moon, the hot moon, and the mead moon. Whenever you're ready, have a seat on your mat and let's get started. So finding your most comfortable seat, remove the flesh from under your sits bones, grounding into your mat. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down away from your ears so the chest and heart are open. Sitting nice and tall, bringing your hands to your knees or to your lap. Option to have palms facing up or palms facing down, whatever feels best for you today is totally fine. Allowing your eyes to close or simply softening your gaze. And tilting your chin until you feel it's parallel with the earth. And as you're doing so, imagining a long line of energy beginning at the base of your tailbone and traveling all the way up to the crown of your head. From here, we'll take 3 deep clearing or cleansing breaths together. So we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth for a total of 3 counts. Whenever you're ready, take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And exhale fully through your mouth with a sigh. Again, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. And one more time, inhale through the nose. And exhaling fully through the mouth. Letting out a sigh and just letting go of anything that happened earlier today or anything you have going on later in the day. Setting all of that aside and settling into this present moment together, the here and now. And beginning to breathe in and out through your nose, connecting with your breath. Intending for your inhales and exhales to be of equal length. Breathing fully and deeply. Think of something in your life you want to cast out or unburden yourself from. Choose a word to identify that thing or feeling you wish to release and visualize it in your mind. Resolve to let it go and mentally set that thought or word aside. On your next inhale, breathe deep into your diaphragm, following that breath as it travels through your lungs, expanding the rib cage and up into your chest. Pause here and take one last sip of air before slowly beginning to exhale in reverse order, allowing the chest to fall. Follow your exhale down through the lungs before deflating the belly. Again, inhaling deep into your low belly or diaphragm, following the breath as it travels through your lungs, expanding through the rib cage, and now up into your chest. Pausing here before allowing the chest to fall as you begin to exhale, following your exhale down through the lungs before deflating the belly. And we'll do that one more time together. So take a nice deep breath in through the nose, deep into your diaphragm. Follow the breath as it travels through your lungs, expanding the ribs, and coming up into your chest. Pausing and then beginning that exhale in reverse order. So allowing the chest to fall, following the exhale down through the lungs, and finally allowing the belly to deflate. If you are new to this, or if it helps you, you can bring one hand to your lower abdomen and the other hand over your heart. Just bringing that intention to nice full deep breaths. We'll be here for just a minute or two practicing our Durga or 3-part breath on our own. Be patient with yourself and just see what happens for you today. On your next inhale, quietly coming back to your full moon intention, bringing your hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra, just taking a moment to acknowledge your commitment to your practice and your commitment to stepping out of old skin. Bowing your head slightly. And then whenever you're ready, allowing the eyes to open, sit up nice and tall once again, and release the hands down. So we're going to remain seated, but we're going to turn to face the long edge of our mat. So coming to face the top edge of your mat, extend your legs all the way out in front of you, finding a Dandasana or a staff pose. Remove the flesh once again from underneath the sits bones, just clarifying that foundation here. Feet are flexed, so the toes are pointed up toward the ceiling, and then bring your legs so they're about mat distance apart. So we're going to be doing a nice seated forward fold variation here. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down away from the ears, sitting up nice and tall. And then on your next inhale, bringing your hands in between your legs, rising up under the fingertips, spine nice and long. And then as you exhale, begin to walk your hands out, folding forward, hinging at the hips, keeping a nice flat back on your way down. And just coming as far forward as is comfortable for you to feel a stretch through the backs of your legs or your hamstring muscles. Chest stays forward, so you should still be able to look forward either toward the top of your mat or maybe 1 to 3 feet out in front of you fairly comfortably here. From here, whenever you're ready to, go ahead and begin to walk your hands back, returning to a tall seat. Bring your legs back in so they're about hip distance apart, and then bring your legs back and out to one side. We're going to make our way down onto our bellies. So take your time getting there, coming to lay all the way down on your mat. Bringing your forehead down to your mat and cactusing the arms so they're bent at about 90 degrees here, elbows in line with the shoulders. And then bring your right ear down to the mat. And from here, you're going to bend through the left leg and bring that knee in line with the hip, flex the foot. So the leg is also bent at about a 90-degree angle here. This is called reclined, I'm sorry, not reclined, but half frog pose. This is a nice, gentle, and very restorative hip opener. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and release the leg, extending it all the way back out. Arms are going to stay exactly as they are, but go ahead and turn your head so that your left ear comes down to your mat, and then begin to bend through the right leg, bringing that knee in line with the hip. Foot is gently flexed to protect that ankle, finding our half frog pose on the other side. And whenever you're ready, gently release. So the right leg extends all the way back out. Bring your forehead down to your mat once again, and bring the hands so that they are in line with your shoulders. So fingertips should be roughly in line with the tops of your shoulders. Legs extended all the way out. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out fully through the mouth. And on your next inhale, bending through the legs, send your knees back, send your hips back towards your heels. Finding a balasana, child's pose. So here in your child's pose, forehead down on the mat, arms either extended out in front of you or down by your sides if that feels too funky in your shoulders today. You're experiencing a lot of tightness there. Legs can be as close together or as wide apart as you like. Just make sure you're able to breathe fully and deeply here in this pose. Finding space through the back body. And if your knees are closer together, also massaging the abdominal organs with each breath. On your next inhale, rise up onto your fingertips, look ahead. And as you exhale, threading the right arm underneath the left, bringing your right ear back down to the mat. For a nice twist in our child's pose. Getting into the back of that right shoulder. On your next inhale, go ahead and begin to untwist. Rise up onto the fingertips, coming through center once again, looking ahead. And as you exhale, threading the left arm under the right. Left ear comes down to the mat. Twisting to the other side. Focusing on your breath. Whatever physical sensations you're feeling through the back body. On your next inhale, gently unwinding here. Rise up onto the fingertips once again, coming through center. And exhale, come forward. Forehead down to mat. And carefully begin to round up one vertebrae at a time, coming to sit on the heels. So you want your head to be the last thing that comes up here. And then you can stay seated on your heels if this is comfortable for you, or you can come to sit on your sits bones in an easy pose or a xoxasana. So I'm going to turn to face you just so you can see what we're doing, where we're going here. Sitting up nice and tall, go ahead, take a nice deep breath in, lift your arms up overhead, looking up if it's okay for your neck, and then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right arm stretches up and over the body. Breathing into the right side body. Heart and chest stay open and forward. Gaze wherever is most comfortable for you. And on your next inhale, gently release. Arm lifts back up. Coming through center, and as you exhale, right hand comes down, left arm stretches up and over the body. Stretching through the left side body now, gaze wherever is most comfortable for you. Heart and chest open and forward. On your next inhale, lifting back up through center. And as you exhale, bringing your hands down to heart center. And then whenever you're ready to, bringing your hands out in front of you once again. I'm just going to turn. So bringing your hands out in front of you, and then begin to walk it all the way out, returning to that child's pose. Hips reaching back toward the heels. Legs as close together or as wide apart as you like, but big toes stay touching. Arms either extended out in front of you or bringing them down by your sides if that's better for your shoulders today. Breathing fully and deeply. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and carefully begin to round yourself up one vertebrae at a time, coming to sit up tall on the heels. And then from here, bringing your legs out to one side and then bringing them all the way back out in front of you. So legs are extended all the way out, taking a moment to clarify your foundation on your mat. Feet are flexed, toes are pointed up toward the ceiling. And on your next inhale, bringing your hands, arms out in front of you. Take a nice deep breath in. And slowly begin to hinge back using your core strength. And we will meet down on our backs. So once you've made it down to your mat, hugging your knees in toward your chest, grabbing a hold of wherever is most comfortable for you, whether it's simply holding onto the tops of your knees, or maybe interlacing the hands, or grabbing a hold of opposite wrists or forearms. Whatever your body allows you to do here. Chin is slightly tucked so the back of the neck stays nice and long. And then option to stay here in stillness, or you can begin to gently rock from side to side, massaging the lumbar spine or low back muscles. And then making your way back to stillness, finding center once again. Go ahead and release the pose, but keep the knees bent, so just bringing your feet flat on the mat. And then whenever you're ready to, go ahead and allow the knees to open out wide and bring the soles of the feet to touch in center, finding a Supta Baddha Konasana or a reclined cobbler's pose. Hands can rest on your low belly. They can come down by your sides with the palms facing up, Shavasana style. Or if you're looking for an added chest stretch here, you can bring your arms up overhead in a diamond shape. Option to stay here in your Supta Baddha Konasana, or you can extend your legs all the way out, bringing them about mat distance apart, allowing the toes to splay out to the sides, bringing your arms down by your sides, nice and heavy with the palms facing up, closing your eyes if you haven't already, and letting go of any deep or intentional breathing. Just allowing the breath to come naturally, no matter how shallow or deep that may be for you. We'll be here for a few minutes and I'll let you know when it's time to get up. Whenever you're ready, beginning to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing sensation and awareness back to your body. And from here, gently rolling onto one side, just whichever side feels most open for you today, and pausing in a fetal position. From here, pressing yourself up, returning to a comfortable seat. And then once you get there, bringing your hands to your heart, finding Anjali Mudra, bowing your head slightly, and we'll all seal it in together with Namaste.